Mr. Jha, these gentlemen were given the benefit of doubt because of good conduct. Turns out their conduct isn't very good, because even while they were serving the sentence for the rape and murder of Bilkis and her family members, one of them, Chiman Bhai, came out on parole and again molested a woman. What good conduct are we talking about? Mr. Jha, can you hear me?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear your last word, what you have said.
My last word
The last word which you have said.
My last word is good conduct. And in fact, that is what is the most baffling. What good conduct are we talking about? Yes. Of these 11, at least one gentleman doesn't seem to have exhibited any good conduct.
See, ultimately, it is the subjective satisfaction of the committee which took the decision. And if the committee finds that the conduct has been good, then ultimately, if it is to be faulted, it is to be flawed, then certainly not. I'm on a different issue altogether. Why Supreme Court? Why interference by the Supreme Court? And that too
question,
by
sir.
Strangers.
When a rape and murder accused is let out on good conduct, and in the meantime, on parole, he molests a woman again, how is he being given a certificate of good conduct?
See, ultimately, that seems to be the allegation against him, one of the accused out of the 11 who have been set off on remission. But the law permits that to happen. If you see the provisions under section 433 and 433A,
where is the constitutional morality? I am asking you as a layperson simply, sir, that in year 2022, we are told Mitesh Chimanlal Bhatt has exhibited good conduct. Whereas 2 years earlier, in 2020, Mitesh Chimanlal Bhatt has an FIR in which he has been charged with outraging modesty of a woman, intentional insult with intent to provoke breach of peace, and criminal intimidation. Please tell me what part of this qualifies as good conduct?
Assuming that what has been alleged. Now, first of all, let me tell you, in this country, FIR is registered with fall of a hat. And I know for sure, after having spent more than 34 years as a practicing lawyer, how FIRs are registered.
Sir, this is
not just an FIR. So let us not go into that. Assuming that the allegations leveled in the FIR is to be true.
It's not just an FIR, sir. Even a charge sheet has been filed. And the irony is that the FIR and the charge sheet is by the self-same Gujarat police, sir. So either you are saying the Gujarat police has filed an illegal FIR against Mitesh Chimanlal Bhatt, or that his conduct is not good, in which case why is he out?
See, filing of FIR and filing of the charge sheet may not be panacea to all the ills with which the legal system is infected with. The issue today is this, and I'm on a slightly different issue.
No, sir.
Whether this issue is to be decided by the highest court of the country. I am not here to talk about a different issue. I am here to talk about 11 men who have been released on the basis of good conduct, whereas one of them has an FIR for molestation while he was serving sentence. First of all, one should question the wisdom of granting him parole. He was granted parole and he went out and molested. Then 2 years later they said, oh, good conduct. Now you must be rewarded further. Let's free you. Go. We have... No. There is no question of rewarding. I'm not holding the brief for him. But the issue is slightly different. Assuming that the order of the committee is a wrong order, illegal, patently perverse order, who has to examine that? The highest court of the country. What happens to the High Court? Why not a petition under 226 is to be entertained? And why a petition under 332 be entertained by the Supreme Court, and that too by strangers?
In recently 2018, a judge bench in Romila Thapar's case, hand on heart, Thapar's case, how is Mitesh Chimanlal Bhatt entitled to remission based on good conduct? Just answer me this. As a lay person, I want to know what part of our law qualifies his conduct as good conduct. Leave aside the fact that he was convicted for the rape of a lady. Leave aside the fact that he is convicted for the murder of her family members. I am asking you, while serving sentence, the man is charged with going out and molesting a woman again. What part of Mitesh Chimanlal Bhatt's conduct is good conduct?
See, assuming, so therefore, let us see this problem with a slightly different angle. Now, assuming that out of the 11 people who have been granted remission, one of the accused has committed, assuming that and that the allegations are true, charge sheets have been filed, neither I have seen the order passed by the committee nor possibly you have seen the order passed by the committee. Assuming that the order is flawed as against one of the accused, the question is, are you going to hang all 11 others? They have ultimately served the sentence for 14 long years, and only thereafter, even after amendment.
Okay, Ravi Srivastava.